So we're going to start our program now. So I'm going to ask a childhood friend of Janet who became a woman. So we saying from childhood to womanhood. What I say this time? Did I read it wrong? Okay, we're going to say from childhood to womanhood, growing up with Janet. Can I please have Cindy Colquitt step to the mic, please? Come on up here, Cindy. Woo!
Well, hello, everyone. I cannot believe that we are here today to honor Janet, who is retiring. I just can't believe it, you know. But at any rate, it's a pleasure to be here and celebrate this wonderful milestone. But let me just say this first. When Deborah Ivy asked me to speak, I said, do you know I've been knowing Jan for, well, Linda and I figured out 42 years. Wow. 42 years it's been. How do you sum all this up in just a few minutes? 42 years. But I tried my best to do it and have a couple of highlights. So, let me start by saying the years have flown. It seems only yesterday that I met Janet, later to be named AKA Scooty Scott. Scooty. Now don't ask me where we got the Scooty from. But Linda here, who also has been a friend of Janet's for a long time, actually went to Bow Elementary School with Jan. And somehow we came up with these crazy nicknames. Janet and I don't know exactly the first meeting, but Janet and I did meet at Coffee Junior High School. And it was a type of friendship that it didn't take us long to get to know each other. The friendship just took off and it blossomed. I had just moved from Cardone Street, the north end of town, to Marlow and West 7 Mile Road. And as you know, she lived on Sussex, which was only a few blocks away. Immediately, she took me under her wing and showed me our new frontier, the northwest side of Detroit. From Peterson Park off Auto Drive to Mrs. Maddox's Bakery on 6 Mile and Mansfield to 7 Mile to St. Mary's Park on Pembroke, just to name a few of our hangouts. She insisted that I hop aboard the handlebars of her banana seat bike. You remember the bikes that had banana seats? Yeah. Considering I was only about 90 pounds wet, it wasn't a problem for Jan to maneuver me around on those handlebars like I was a rag doll. Each turn was like an exciting adventure. Childhood was good. Go out and explore the world as long as you were back at home. Everyone knows before the street lights come on. That's right. I don't want to scare you all here. I have some pages here, but I do read fast. If we weren't outside, we could be found sitting at the piano in her parents' living room. Scoop teaching me how to play songs like Moonshine Baby and Precious Lord. Yep, I got my first piano lessons from you, Jan. Her parents and my parents will occasionally take us out to a nice restaurant to eat. I found out very quickly how industrious Janet was. She was quite the entrepreneur, holding down a paper route delivery for a fashion newspaper. So one day my friend asked, could you help me deliver the fashion news? I said, sure, not a problem. Everything was going fine on this beautiful sunny day until I approached this one house that had a car in the driveway and was partially up the driveway blocking the sidewalk. I had to walk around the car, and as soon as I walked around the car to walk up the walkway, there was a German Shepherd taking an afternoon nap. I backed up slowly, trying to not awake him. However, he did awake. As someone once told me, whenever a dog approaches you, like this, stand very still, don't look him in the eye, and be very still. The voice spoke to me, and I did just that. Well, let's just say I have better advice for if you're ever in that situation. Run! Anyway, the dog sniffed me and smelled my fear and sank his canines in my thigh. I yelled and ran across Whitcomb Street. Jan saw me, hopped on her trusty banana bike, and just like a true friend, she told me to hop aboard and she would take me home. This time I rode with one cheek up and one cheek down. All in all, it's been a wonderful friendship, Janet. We have shared each other's joys and each other's pains. Jan was my bridesmaid when I first got married the first time, LOL. And although throughout our adulthood, there have been many times that there has been lapses in us talking because of schedule issues or life's hecticness, one thing for sure, when Jan and I do get together and do call one another, it's like we just picked up where we left off. So now the time has come, my friend, for you to enter another new chapter. There will be no more chairs or objects thrown at you. No more calling you something other than your name. No more worries about your school closing and possibly being transferred to another school. No doubt you have time to discover unique shopping holes off the beaten path. Time to enjoy the water and the sunshine of Palm Beach, Florida, with having to rush back to the deep. You finally got your wish of being close to the water, and you deserve it. Now, that was the good part. But don't think that this is going to be all peaches and cream, okay? Because going into retirement, as you get older, there are a few things that you must learn. Okay, some of us are a little slow with the different texting, the acronyms for testing. Well, when you go into retirement, there's other things that you may have to learn about texting, and this is some of the language that you may have to learn. LMDO, laughing my dentures out. GGLKI, gotta go, laxative kicking in. Now, some of the other challenges you have to look forward to. Eventually, you and your teeth might not be sleeping together. Also, if you sink your teeth into a good juicy state, they just might stay there. You wonder how you could be over the hill when you don't even remember being on top of it. And you may try to straighten out the wrinkles in your socks and realize you're not wearing any. So these are the wonderful things you have to look for.
Thank you very much.
And lastly, your ideal night might be one of just sitting on the patio. How's that for excitement? You may be retiring, my friend, but this friendship is not. Suck it up. You're stuck with me. Now I have one more thing to say. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay. You all are probably familiar with the song, My Favorite Things.
Yes.
Da 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 da.
Yes.
Okay. I will spare you. I won't sing it, but I'll try to stay with the rhythm so you can understand this. Okay. So, nose drops, Bengay, needles for knitting, walkers and handrails and new digital fittings, bundles of magazines tied up in string. These are a few of my favorite things. Cadillacs, cataracts, hearing aids, glasses, Polident, Fixodent, false teeth, and glasses, pacemakers, and porches with swings. These are a few of my favorite things. When the pipes leak, when the bones creak, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Hot tea and crumpets and corn pads for bunions, no spicy meals or food cooked with onions. Bathrobes and heating pads, hot meals they bring. These are a few of my favorite things. Back pains, confused brains, and no fear of sinning. Thin bones and fractures and hair that is thinning. More of the pleasures maturity brings when we remember our favorite things. When the joints ache, when the hips break, when the eyes grow dim. I simply remember the great life I've had, and then I don't feel so bad. Now, I just want to end this by saying retirement is a time when friendships blossom and enthusiasms thrive. A chance to do the special things you always wished you could. Retirement is a special time for knowing life is good. Congratulations on your retirement, my friend. You are well deserved. I love you so much, and I cannot wait to come and see you in your new home. Congratulations.